So anybody who's followed me for any length of time at all knows that my politics are pretty far to the left. I don't know what my label is as far as my politics go. I think that food, clothing, shelter, medical care, a solid quality K through 12 education in the United States in 2025 are basic human rights. We can afford all of those things. We simply choose not to do so. You can put whatever label you want to on that. I believe that every single person in the United States should have equal opportunity to all of those things, regardless of their gender identity, whether they're LGBTQ, black, brown, male, female, able-bodied, disabled. We should have a level fucking playing field. I think being a billionaire should be illegal. And I believe many other things. However, I also firmly believe that the left, and I use that term in its most expansive sense to include everybody who's not an independent or a Trump voter, the left they are their own worst enemies. Because in my own experience, anecdotally, it's been my experience that the vast majority of people on the left, especially white people on the left, care much more about being right than being effective. Effective meaning winning elections. White liberals, and specifically white women liberals, because, I mean, like, let's be honest about this. White people on the left, what are we before anything else? We are white. And then we are on the left. So regardless of what happens politically in this country, we can always retreat into our whiteness and we will be fine. In a white supremacist country, we will be fine. In a white male patriarchy dominated country, white men will be fine, even if our politics are on the left. We can retreat into our whiteness and we will be fine. And, you know, but who are the worst? Who are the worst? The worst, I mean the worst, most egregious fucking virtue signalers in this country and on this app. White liberals. I saw somebody post a video the other day, because a lot of people have been rediscussing the 2024 election and the results of that election lately. And I saw somebody who was, shall we say, had a similar amount of melanin as I do, who's on the left, and they stitched somebody's video who was just like, hey man, people on the left, it's like, if you don't learn how to talk to white men, you're not going to win any more elections. And this white man stitched that video to talk about how much the left, and again, defined in its broadest terms, does not under any circumstances need any votes from white men in the United States of America. It's after the last election, it is up to people who look like us to fix this shit. It is up to people who look like us to fix this so that we can protect and safeguard the marginalized communities that people on the left who look like me come on this app every fucking day and scream at the top of the lung at their lungs how much they care about protecting and preserving the rights of those communities. And you don't want to convince anybody to come to your side. You don't want to convince anybody to come to your side if they are a white man. Again, good luck. Good luck in the midterms. Even in this political environment, good luck in the midterms. Democrats can't even win over a fucking majority of Latino voters right now. And I don't even know what to say. And then I saw another video the other day where, again, it was a white guy on the left who was stitching the video of a woman who was saying, you know, guys don't want to get married anymore because they fear divorce and everything that comes from that. And this white guy decided to jump in and do his whole savior feminist thing. And, you know, I get that. That's fine. Whatever. Do your thing. I've been a trial attorney for 26 years. For 10 of those years, I was a family law attorney. I was a divorce lawyer. I was a custody lawyer in California. And after having done that for 10 years, I will never, ever, 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 ever get married again. Ever. Period. Ever. Never. Speaking as someone who practiced that area of law for over a decade. You can do your virtue signaling. I will deal in the reality of what the family courts actually do and what they are. And they shit on both sides. Trust me, I've seen it. I've lived it. But speaking as a man, I will never get married ever again in my entire life. Because if that marriage fails, I would be dealing with custody issues, child support issues, spousal support issues, giving away retirement, paying attorney's fees, divulging myself of half of whatever property I had accumulated. The court system in the United States, even though the tax code may incentivize marriage, the court system in the United States fucks every single member of a family if they're married. It fucks the husband. It fucks the wife. It fucks the kids. And the main reason that I don't have kids at 57 years old is because of what I went through when I was a little kid when my parents got divorced when I was 9. It's like there are so many like legitimate, actual, real conversations that we have to have in this country. And what's the main force that is preventing the vast majority of those conversations? White liberals and their virtue signaling and white liberal women. The absolute worst things that I have experienced over the last 2.5 years of my life on this app and on the internet have not come from the white, or excuse me, Freudian slip, from the right. They have come from white liberal women. Hope that helps. Don't care where this lands.